Hey there, cats and kitties. I am the Blues Man, Johnny Blues, and this is going to be another set DC Comics New 52 reviews, but we'll be getting started with Red Lanterns number 5. Picking up where we left off in issue number 4, Atrocitus has found the body of former Guardian Krona missing. His first best guess is that Bleez made off with him, and he attacks her seeking answers, but she tells him he's overlooked one possibility, that Krona may somehow be alive and took off on his own. We catch a brief glimpse of a shadowy figure stammering as he seemingly tries to get away and hide in some other region of Yzmalt, but Atrocitus still sees Bleez as a potential threat and orders her to dip into the Blood Ocean to reclaim Ratchet, Skallox, and Zilius Zox, whom he sent there in the previous issue, as he hopes to have more hands to try to seek out Krona. She asks him flatly if this is his way of trying to get rid of her, as returning from that hell wasn't at all easy. Atrocitus reacts to this by grabbing her head and slamming her into the ground, and then tossing her. Beaten and bloodied, she encounters briefly Atrocitus' feline, Dexstar, who doesn't seem to react all that kindly when she suggests there may come a time when his master attacks her once too many. So she heads down and pulls Ratchet from the deep first. We find out more about his past, that he was stripped of his limbs and incarcerated for decades until his rage summoned the Red Lantern Ring. Meanwhile, Atrocitus is scanning the night side of Yzmalt and stumbles onto the shadowed figure which we saw before, and it attacks him. And though Atrocitus seems momentarily to believe it to be Krona and kills the figure, we never actually see who it was. Following up shortly thereafter with Bleez, she returns from the Blood Ocean depths, this time with Zilius Zox. Ratchet questions her as to why they're there, what their purpose is, and after she explains it, it seems Zilius has an easier time swallowing it before he reminds her that Skallox was down there as well. His memories show that he was burned alive when the ring sought him out, and when Bleez returns from the depths with him, Ratchet questions him about, as he puts it, his sputterings that make him out to have been a killer. This disturbs Ratchet, as any nobility he may once have perceived in what the Corps do is banished, since there is no real distinction between the rage of the innocent and the rage of the guilty, that there is no real moral guidance to their purpose. And what we really see in antithesis to Atrocitus' hopes, that giving these Corps members back their intelligence may not exactly quell their want to fight amongst themselves. And as the issue ends back on Earth with the two brothers we've been following up to now, all I can say is that there was a twist coming that was quite unexpected, and I'll leave it there. As for showing a page in the issue, I love that moment when Bleez consults Atrocitus' cat, Dexstar, and he doesn't respond too kindly to her. Just awesome moment. And as for rating this issue, I'm definitely going solid 4 out of 5. I love Red Lanterns, but that'll actually get us moving on to Justice League number 5. We open this issue in the midst of the battle between the heroes and Darkseid as we left off in issue number 4. Flash is the first to come to, and as soon as he does, he witnesses Darkseid dispatching 2 jet fighters with his eye lasers, which horrifies Barry, and he screams for Darkseid to stop. Darkseid offers a pause long enough for Superman to start getting up, but then he fires his lasers again, this time at the heroes. Flash grabs Supes and carries him until he can fly, and they both split up as the lasers can follow their intended targets. Flash manages to phase through one of Darkseid's parademon horde, thus causing the beam to strike the monster, and just as a couple of cops tried to hold him up, Flash looks skyward just as Superman is hit by the other beam, and shortly thereafter a parademon carries him off to who knows where. Flash then catches up with Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Green Lantern, Cyborg, and Batman, who are all just coming to and wanting their turn against Darkseid. Hal is the first up to play, crying out, "Green Lantern's got this!" And nearly as soon, after a few failed attempts at using constructs against the giant foe, Darkseid has got him by the arm and snaps it in half. At this point, Darkseid is heading off for who knows where as well, and Batman seizes the solitary opportunity to confront Lantern. He tells him in a team made up of an alien, an Amazon, a human lightning bolt, a cyborg, and an Aquaman, they're more alike than anyone else, more human, if you will. And here Batman reveals something quite surprising to Hal, which I won't spoil for you here if you haven't read the issue. But they part ways when Batman resolves to go after Superman, and Green Lantern catches back up with the heroes and tries to put some of Batman's advice into practice in the attempt to get these heroes to work as a team. And as the issue ends with Batman taking a bite out of a little more than he could chew with respect to where Superman was taken, I'll leave it there. As for showing a page in the issue, I love that point early on when Flash comes to, and Darkseid pauses, glaring down at him. For whatever reason, this struck me as really funny to see this huge, monstrous Hulk sort of looking down, contemplating at this scrawny, red-suited human. It's a really funny pause. And as for rating the issue, I'm going 5 out of 5 because I absolutely loved it. It was action-packed, there were some funny little moments here and there, and I like how the team is finally starting to come together a little bit. But that's going to actually do it for this group of DC Comics New 52 reviews. That'll be it for me, and I'll catch you later. Peace.